Welcome to On the Go. I'm Phoenix City Councilwoman Kate Gallego. On today's show, we're going to talk about the efforts to deal with the latest hazard from this summer's storms, mosquitoes. We'll also hear about how we're teaming up with Valley Metro and a local veteran to improve access to fare machines at light rail stations. But first, while light rail is getting better, it's also expanding and soon will be moving down Central Avenue through District 8. We're here with Valley Metro's Sonya Pastor-Lasota to find out more about the crucial Central Avenue light rail expansion. Sonya, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Councilwoman. I'm delighted to be here.
We recently got some good news from the federal government, a very competitive grant we'd never received before. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, the City of Phoenix and Valley Metro were just awarded a Tiger Grant. We received $1.6 million from the Federal Transit Administration, and the City of Phoenix will be matching that with $1.6 so we can continue studying the South Central Light Rail extension. So we will begin the environmental study process in the beginning of next year, in January, and we're thrilled that we can continue progress on the South Central Light Rail extension.
Fabulous. Well, it's exciting that we got this historic grant, and we're very grateful to our congressional delegation for the help in this area. Can you tell us a little bit more about the South Central extension, where we are in the process, and where it will go?
Absolutely. We've spent the last 2 years working with the public and analyzing from a technical perspective the feasibility to have light rail from downtown Phoenix to South Phoenix. With, as I mentioned, over 2 years of work with the community, we've concluded that light rail on Central is the most feasible option, and we have the most community support to have light rail on Central. So we will have 5 miles of light rail from downtown Phoenix extending down to Baseline, and then we will continue analyzing other options to go either further south or east or west in the future. And it's something that we are thrilled about, and the community has expressed obviously their support for having light rail and the opportunities that come with light rail.
Wonderful. Yeah, I'm very excited. This is a priority for myself and Councilman Nowakowski, who also represents the area. Absolutely. It's been wonderful to see what light rail has done in terms of redevelopment and spurring economic development in the other areas of our city. Can you talk a little bit about the successes of light rail?
Absolutely. Well, currently, as I'm sure you're aware, we have 20 miles that have been in operation since 2008 here in the Valley, and we have exceeded all of expectations. We have approximately about 44,000 riders on a daily basis, on a weekday daily basis, and we've exceeded expectations by over 50%, which is amazing. We have 2 extensions that are currently under construction in Phoenix and in Mesa, and the Mesa extension should be opening in 2015, and the Phoenix extension will be opening in 2016. So again, we have many opportunities, and we have seen economic development along the 20-mile system that we currently have, and we are looking forward to that type of development opportunities along South Central. The other thing that we have really seen that has improved for the entire community is educational opportunities and employment opportunities for the community. By having an extension to South Phoenix, we really see that there will be amazing opportunities for the community to access higher education, whether it's at ASU downtown or the community colleges, high school students. We've heard from several teachers in the community in the South Phoenix area that they are thrilled for the opportunity for their students to have access to light rail so they can visit ASU and see the opportunities to go to college and to visit cultural locations and go on field trips. So we are thrilled for all of the opportunities in the local community to go from the existing light rail system all the way down south.
Wonderful. And can you tell us about some of the unique spaces that are on this light rail extension?
Oh, absolutely. Well, we have the Audubon Society, which is a unique facility that we have just south of the river, and of course the Rio Salado River, and then the South Mountain Park. Those are all just amazing opportunities for folks to visit. We also have many educational facilities along the light rail system and social service organizations all along South Central. And again, it will just provide unique opportunities for individuals who live in the community to have access to all of those facilities. And for someone to go from Central and Camelback on the light rail system to go to Audubon and visit all of those amazing facilities they have and take a walk along the Rio Salado and view all of the different birds and other vegetation that's available. So we're really excited about the different opportunities.
It's exciting for me as a former chair of Phoenix's Environmental Quality Commission to know that our young people will have more opportunities to get out in open space, places like the Audubon and the park, so that it's really a neat and unique aspect of this particular extension.
Absolutely. And of course, as we begin the design of the light rail extension, we will continue to include bike lanes and of course landscaping and shading and all of those other things that are important so that folks do have a variety of means of transportation so they can use bus, light rail, bike, walk. So those are all different things that we take in consideration as we continue to develop the light rail extensions.
Fabulous. It will be a truly multimodal system.
Absolutely.
And we've been talking to businesses, particularly in the warehouse district, which will be on this extension, that they're very excited about moving in because they have a population that wants to be able to use transportation and really appreciates that connectivity. And so we'll be bringing in a lot of our tech startups and some of our art spaces in the warehouse district.
Yes, it's very exciting. It's going to be a great opportunity for a variety of communities.
Mm-hmm. So one of the big conversations that we've been having is the future of transportation and how we'll fund it. Mm-hmm. And thank you for serving. We have a 35-member commission that is determining the future of transportation in the city of Phoenix. Can you tell us a little bit about that commission and how someone might get involved?
Absolutely. It has been an honor to serve on the commission, and we have been working on a weekly basis, essentially, really analyzing all of the different existing transit options in the north, south, east, and west portions of the valley, and we'll continue to discuss what the needs are so that we can support transit here in our community. Our meetings are typically in the morning or in the evening so that the public has an opportunity to attend those meetings, and they are open to the public, of course. And I believe the meeting times can be located on the City of Phoenix website. Our next meeting, we've got several meetings here in October. We've got one October 21st, and then I think every week after following that. And they usually start at about 6 p.m. and a few meetings start at 7 a.m. in the morning. But again, we encourage the public to join us and to provide their opportunities. And we highly encourage the community to go to the website talktransportation.org. And it's a wonderful opportunity for folks to give us their input on what they would like to see in their community here in Phoenix as it relates to transit and streets and bikes and all the, as you mentioned, the multimodal system and how we would like to see it developed here in our community.
Wonderful. I've heard talktransportation.org has been very popular. People are very excited about supporting the light rail, including the South Central extension and developing some of the infrastructure we need for bicycling, for improving pedestrians, and just maintaining our system.
Absolutely.
And it's something that's been, I think I've always been a strong supporter of public transportation, but it's something I learned a lot about this year, and we'll be talking about in the second segment as well of the show. I had a seizure earlier and lost my license for a couple months, and without the opportunity to have a car, I was so lucky that we had this public transportation system and I was able to get around. My doctor's office is on the light rail, City Hall is on light rail, but it doesn't yet go everywhere. And so this is a great opportunity for us to open that up to many other people because we don't all have cars.
Absolutely. It is, provides many opportunities for community members who do not have vehicles or only have a single vehicle household. And that's what we have found in South Central and in South Phoenix is that there is a large percentage of individuals who do not have any vehicles in their home or only have one vehicle, and there are many individuals in their family who need to get to work, to school, to doctor's visits. And so this again provides opportunities for all individuals to have access to opportunities, employment opportunities, educational opportunities, and again working within the multimodal system so we can take the bus, light rail, walk, bike. It's all really important that folks have those opportunities.
And it's been wonderful to see how many students have been taking advantage of the light rail system and bus system.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that is, again, what the feedback we've heard even in South Central is students are really, really supportive of the opportunity to have an extension that's right outside their front door so they can get to work or get to school or go visit, go to a baseball game or whatever it may be. So it is amazing what it has done for our system here in Phoenix.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for your hard work on this very important transportation system, both this extension and more broadly within our community. We really appreciate you joining us today.
Thank you for all your hard work. We would not be here without your support, and so we're really excited about the future.
Fabulous. Well, this is a definite priority for us in the City Council District 8 office and look forward to more to come. Up next, we'll hear about a joint effort to improve access to fare readers at light rail stations. Please keep watching On the Go.
A full life, measured in seats, starts with the right ones early on. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Learn how to prevent deaths and injuries by using the right car seat for your child's age and size.
Hello, I'm Councilwoman Kate Gallego, and I'm here with Vietnam veteran John Bradley, who I met on the light rail platform. John, can you tell us a little bit about how we met?
Yes, I was on the light rail platform on Central Avenue, getting ready to go to the shopping center, and I couldn't get my money into the machine to get the ticket out because it's too high. But you helped me do it. You got my ticket for me.
So it was a pleasure to be able to help that one day, but I really felt like it was a mistake. If you, who served our country and gave so much to our country, couldn't pay on your own, and that we really needed to have a pay station that was accessible to someone in a wheelchair. So.
Well, I tell you, it's really appreciated by a person like myself, you know, that a person like you, you know, a stranger would take the time to help us out. And, you know, a veteran, you know, you don't know anything about us, but what the heck.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was striking to me that right by the State Veterans Home, State Veterans Hospital, people were getting on the light rail and it wasn't accessible to someone in a wheelchair. So yeah. I'm glad we were able to go out and fix it. You've helped a lot of people because you were willing to share your story with me. So thank you for bringing our attention to something that we could do much better.
Well, thank you very much.
Could you tell us a little bit about yourself and your service to our country?
I was born at the Grand Canyon. My father was the superintendent of transportation there for Fred Harvey Company. And then I went into the service and I was a master sergeant in the Green Berets in Vietnam. That's where I lost my legs. I was on a patrol and I stepped on a landmine. And that was the end of my legs and that ruined my day. But and I went through many different surgeries to get things taken care of. And here I am now in this Arizona State Veterans Home. It's a very good place to stay. They take real good care of us here. And I don't know, I'm a country boy. I don't really care much for big cities. I don't go downtown. I can take the light well and go downtown, but I don't go down there because I don't know what's down there or where I'm going. I need a guide.
Excellent. Well, maybe we can see if we can find you a good guide, but we're so thankful for your service to our country. It's an honor to meet a Green Beret. And
well, somebody had to do it.
Well, thank you, and hopefully we can say thank you a little bit better about making it easier to get around Phoenix. Could you tell us how close is this home to the light rail system?
Pardon?
How close are we to the light rail system? Are you able to take the chair down?
It's about half a block from here.
Wonderful. So is it an important mode of transportation for people who live here?
Yeah, I think so. There's more than just me that uses it. There's 2 or 3 of us guys here that go down there all the time and catch it and go up to the shopping center.
Wonderful. Is it your primary way to get around?
Basically, if I'm going to go very far.
Mm-hmm. And how well does it work for someone in a wheelchair?
Real good. I like it much better than the buses.
Wonderful.
Because it's a lot better ride. It's smooth, you know. You don't have to worry about tipping over or nothing like that. It's a good trip.
So are you able to go straight on with your chair? It's because of the flat design?
Sure. Yeah, just straight in. And most people are very willing to give up their seats, you know, so you get a pocket spot in the train.
Wonderful.
Works out well.
Are there other places? You mentioned that you're a country boy. Would it be better if we made it easier to get to more parks? Would that be something you would want to use? If we were trying to expand the system, where should we go next?
Let's go to Scottsdale or maybe Tucson.
Excellent. And do you use other forms of public transportation like Dial-A-Ride?
Yeah, I use Dial-A-Ride once in a while. You know, with Dial-A-Ride, you know, they take you where you're going and they don't want to wait for you most of the time. Mm-hmm. Or they drop you off and then you got to wait for them to come back and get you.
Mm-hmm. So you like light rail because it's more independent, you don't have to worry about...
Yeah. You can catch it going either way, whichever way you want to go, you know, at your own time frame, you know, wherever you want it, you can use it. Mm-hmm. It's there.
And right now, when you need to pay, what do you have to do because of the height of the pay station?
I get somebody to help me.
Okay. So if we lower the pay stations, will it impact the way you ride?
I might use it more often. Mm-hmm. because that way I don't have to wait for somebody to come along and help me.
Wonderful. Well, I'm so glad that with Valley Metro's help, we were able to do that.
I'm very independent.
I myself, I had a seizure earlier this year and lost my driver's license. And I just love the light rail system because it could get around on my own. I didn't have to ask a favor. I could go on my own. So
Yeah,
I think
good.
it'll make a big difference for more people to have it be more accessible.
It is, especially for someone in a wheelchair. You know, a lot of times when they build these things, they don't realize that you're sitting in a wheelchair, you're lower than the person standing up. What you can see and do is a lot less. And like myself, I can't reach a long way to get something.
Well, thank you for bringing my attention to this problem and helping us fix it for the whole community. You've done us another great service in a lifetime.
Thank you for helping me.
Thank you.
So over the next couple of years, we will be working to lower one of the ticket vending machines at each one of the station entrances. But our first one is going to be at Indian School so that our veterans here at the Arizona Veterans Home are able to easily use the system. Sometimes it takes just that one comment, and sometimes I think we don't think about how powerful speaking up is. John's interaction with Councilwoman Gallego has made a huge difference for our community. And it takes that stepping up to do so. And I can only say, Master Sergeant, thank you so much for bringing this to our attention. And I'm so glad that we're able to accommodate this and make it easier for our veterans and for our disabled folks. So transit provides that accessibility, that ability for everyone to get where they need to go. And it takes those comments for us to be able to build a better system. So I want to encourage you to provide those comments to the City of Phoenix through our talktransportation.org.
Coming up in our final segment, even though the floodwaters around Phoenix have dried up, our recent wet weather has meant an explosion in the mosquito population. We'll explore local efforts to control mosquitoes and West Nile virus. Stay tuned for more On the Go. The city's Paint Phoenix Purple campaign is underway to increase community awareness about domestic violence. Did you know that boys who witness domestic violence are twice as likely to abuse their own partners? If you or someone you know is a victim, please call 1-800-799-7233. Phoenix is committed to becoming a national leader in preventing and ending domestic violence. Welcome back to On the Go. Though the monsoon has passed, we're not done dealing with the impact. The wet weather has meant mosquitoes, which can be more than just a nuisance. Here to discuss local efforts to control mosquitoes and West Nile virus is John Townsend with Maricopa County Environmental Services. John, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Can you tell us what this record flooding and monsoon season has meant in your area?
Well, the record floods have brought out record numbers of mosquitoes, so we've been really, really busy the last 4 weeks.
Can you compare the amount you're hearing from the public to previous years?
Well, last year total for the whole year we had about 6,100 citizen complaints, and in the last 4 weeks we've had 6,600 complaints. So we've done almost a whole year's worth of complaints in 1 month.
We've definitely been hearing from citizens as well that this is top of mind and they'd really love to know what government is doing to help control mosquitoes. Can you tell us about mosquito control in Maricopa County?
Well, our program is set up to where we proactively monitor the mosquito population around all of Maricopa County. And we do this with carbon dioxide traps, CO2 traps they call them. Hang them in trees, you'll kind of see them around different places, but those attract mosquitoes into the area, and then we collect those mosquitoes, take them back to our lab, and sort the mosquitoes out, good mosquitoes, bad mosquitoes, and test those bad mosquitoes for West Nile virus.
Great. And can you tell us about the fogging program?
Fogging is based off of that trapping data. So if we bring the mosquitoes in, and we have 300 floodwater mosquitoes. These are the mosquitoes that everybody's seeing outside right now. a lot of those low-flying, ankle-biting, leg-biting mosquitoes. Those are called Aedes aegypti, and if we catch more than 300 of those, then we'll go out and treat 1 square mile with the fogging. The bad mosquitoes that I was kind of talking about are the nighttime biting Culex mosquitoes. Those are associated with West Nile virus, so if we catch 30 of those or more, then we will go ahead and set that area up for a treatment. Or if we catch just 1 mosquito and it tests positive for West Nile, then that whole area gets treated. So that's kind of our criteria of you know, why we fog and why we don't fog in different areas.
And how can I find out if there's going to be a fogging event in my area?
We have that on our website, and we also have a service that if you want to be notified if we're going to be in your area, either A, you're chemical sensitive, or B, you just want to know, you know, when your area is being treated, you can sign up on our website also, and it's kind of an automated call that a day or two before the fogging event will call your phone and give you that info.
Wonderful. It's been neat for me to see people on Twitter and Facebook sharing that information. This is an area of a lot of interest.
It's really busy right now, so you know, we're trying to get through the complaints and bring in. We've got a lot of extra trapping going on because we've got a lot of extra areas that normally you don't see a lot of mosquito activity, but because of these rains, we've got retention basins and different things that are holding water that normally don't breed mosquitoes, but you know, now they are. So it's really increased the mosquito activity in the valley, you know, overall.
What can people do to reduce the mosquito impact?
The best thing for personal, individual, you know, homeowners is just to go through your property and make sure that you don't have any standing water, because the mosquitoes have to go through part of their life cycle in water before they emerge out of that water and become adult mosquitoes. So all of the immature phases of the mosquito happen in water. So, you know, after these rains, you know, it's been, you know, week and a half, 2 weeks, we could have, you know, things that you don't normally think about, wheelbarrows, boats, just anything that collects water in your backyard or in your property that could hold some water. It doesn't take very much, you know, just a cup full of water can breed a lot of mosquitoes. To drain that out and get rid of that, you don't really have to treat it or do anything, just pour the water out onto the ground, and anything that's, you know, wiggling around in that water is going to die, and those mosquitoes won't come off as an adult.
Great way to be a good neighbor is take care of that standing water. Can you tell us why standing water is important, why a water fountain that's circulating is different than one that the water is just standing?
Sure. In that immature phase where the mosquitoes are going through different phases of their life cycle, they have to breathe air. So anytime you can disrupt the surface tension of the water, they can't breathe through it's kind of a little snorkel device that they have on the larva. They can't keep that connection, so they actually drown. So they'll actually drown in the water that they live in. But if you can keep that water moving, well then, you know, that'll keep those mosquitoes from being able to breathe. So basically you kill them off that way.
Mosquito snorkels, I like it.
There
You should copyright that.
There you go, yeah.
You also have programs for people with pools that aren't being maintained as well.
Yeah, you know, in years past where we had, you know, foreclosures and different things going on, we had a lot of unmaintained swimming pools. We called them green pools. We still have quite a few of them around. But any of those pools that aren't being used for recreation, you know, we can actually put mosquito fish in those pools and keep them from at least breeding mosquitoes. They're not nice and blue and clear, but at least they're not breeding mosquitoes.
That's a great tip for people who might have that as a challenge at a home in their neighborhood. So thank you for doing that.
Sure.
Could you give us an update on West Nile in the Maricopa County area?
Well, you would think that it would be, you know, a lot worse than other years, but so far it's been about the same as, you know, the last few years. I think at our office we're up to 186 positive mosquito samples that we pulled in, And I think we're a little over, I think it's 46 or 48 human cases right now. So I think last year we were right in that same ballpark. We're starting to see a few more positive mosquito samples coming in from different areas, and again, it's just from extra water in places that you don't normally see that are breeding these Culex mosquitoes.
Are there areas of the county that are particular hotspots?
Laveen, a lot of areas, you know, southeast valley, a lot of areas where you have flood irrigation a lot of times tend to produce more mosquitoes because of the flood irrigation. And again, those put out the floodwater mosquitoes like you see right now, but the big storm events have made the floodwater mosquitoes come off from, you know, all different areas and even off the desert and outlying areas and those types of things. So, but, you know, mostly flood irrigated properties tend to cause more problems than, you know, Metro Phoenix type areas.
We'll be reminding our constituents in the district to be extra diligent about mosquitoes this season, and we appreciate your help in keeping our communities safe. Thank you for the monitoring your work you're doing, and please thank your team members who are working overtime in this very wet season.
I will do that.
Any last messages for the people watching us today?
Well, soon this will all pass. As soon as it cools down a little bit, hopefully these floodwater mosquitoes won't be hatching off like they are right now. And be patient with us. We're getting through this, you know, as quick as we can with everybody and the resources that we have.
It's been a tough season for many of us, and we're glad to be working with you in partnership to get through this. We're also at the city looking very diligently at our infrastructure to see what we can do to reduce the flooding in partnership with Maricopa County. So we all need to work together. It's been a rough summer, and one more reason to look forward to cool weather.
There you go, yes.
Thank you. That's all the time we have for this month's On the Go. If you have any questions or comments about this show, call my office at 602-262-7493 or visit my website at phoenix.gov/district8. We'll see you next time on The Go.